I have my coffee. It's needed this morning. Good morning. It is Friday, January 5th, and I am in the middle of my Plan As You Go series where I show how I use my bullet journal and my Erin Condren planner in tandem over the course of the entire month of January, which is an undertaking that part of me is like, why in the hell did you think this was a good idea? Yesterday, I asked if any of you had any questions that you'd like me to talk about while I plan, because sometimes, talking about the stickers I'm putting down, everything like same old when I'm doing this every day for a fucking month. I'll answer some of those questions as the video goes on, but I will also talk about my planning and do. We're gonna take a look at my shit and see kind of where we're at for yesterday. So let me find my day. So you see here on this that I had a lot going on last night, which I did all of that. I did not finish two things on this list. Let's just say I think I was doing a little wishful thinking when I thought I would be able to take care of anything besides get my sermon written, the video yesterday done, and then the shit in the evening, which is basically what happened. Looking at here, I got to cross off a couple of things. Did not pay my registration, which is not due yet, so it's not late. Meal plan or clean out my fridge. And I need to do those three things today, but I did write my fucking sermon. So let's take a few minutes and go and do all of the things, my usual things. Where the heck is the start? Flicking things everywhere. Year in pixels. I am sad to say that my regular ass day streak was broken last night. I had to take a painkiller because I think I bent wrong. That's one of the problems with the pain that I'm in. Like, there's the chronic kind of constant, like, underlying pain, and then there's the more acute pain that happens when I bend over wrong or make my kidneys angry at me. And that happened last night, so I took a painkiller, which is why I sound kind of groggy today, and why I don't like to take painkillers very often. They make me feel like I'm falling apart. And I guess that this is a good time to answer a question from S. Mac, who asked, how has my family helped, or how do they deal with my shitty kidneys? They are fabulous in helping, but sometimes I worry that I am stressing them out more than I want to. And then sometimes I'm like, but I'm not feeling good, and I'm kind of wrapped up in my own pain. I can cross that off. It's tough, and as it gets worse and worse, it just gets tougher and tougher. Is there anything that will help is also what S. Mac asked, and I will say that pretty much no. This is genetic, and it's just gonna keep happening. Gotta do the best that I can, which is what I'm trying to do. But thank you for the question. And now on that note, let's go to my habit tracker. I did get up at 7 a.m. today. I didn't get out of bed at 7 a.m. today, but I was awake and talking with my husband and talking to the cat who was yammering at us. So that was good. I drank so much water yesterday. My blood pressure, did I check that yesterday? I did not. Oh, boo, Cindy. Still haven't memory kept, though I have been doing the 1 second per day thing. So I think what I'm going to do is download some of the pictures I've taken over this week and just do it all in one fell swoop this weekend. That was the wrong day to mark that I got up at 7 a.m. Damn it. Well, I'm just going to not mark today and we'll just pretend like it was the right day. Keep going down the list. Pretty much is looking very similar to how it's been looking. Okay, gratitude. I was grateful for Facebook Live because Facebook Live makes having conversations in groups really fun, and I'm a big fan of Facebook Live, so I'm just gonna write that in here. Let's move forward. Didn't do any of that. Doodles. Doodly doodles. Today is tablet. Does that mean like a tablet with the commandments on it, or does that mean like an iPad? I'm gonna do an iPad. There we go. It's tablet. For the space doodles, we have shooting star. That kind of looks like a penis, not gonna lie. Kind of like a very odd, lumpy penis. Kind of an exploding penis. And then for the lettering challenge today, what do we got? God, I hope it's not long because I am so tired. DVD. I don't even know what that is. Now, sometimes for me, writing E's over and over again in cursive, I have to be very careful, and so I always pull my pen off the paper and then make it like a printing E. And I guess the last thing on this is to fill, there they go, is to fill in my time tracker. Now, yesterday I farted around on social media. I wasn't doing anything else besides just chilling out and reading Instagram and watching Michelle Baxter on Facebook, so I very much consider that an hour of farting around on social media well spent. And then I spent an hour with my patrons, and then a couple hours, about almost 3 hours, with the podcast interview, which was a lot of fun, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear that. That gets us to right now. Let's move over to the Erin Condren and get today set up. Now note, I have this post-it note here to remind me I need to go to Napa Valley Art Supply today. One of the things I do on Fridays is I tend to get the weekend kind of set up because I often don't have time to sit with my planner for too long over the weekend. Kind of how I expect this weekend to go with the Plan As You Go series as a kind of a, how should we put this, a preview. I'll probably get most of this filled in for today because that's generally how I spend my weekends without maybe the to-do list. Tomorrow I will do a kind of a check-in with my bullet journal because that's generally how I start my weekends. And then on Sunday, you'll get a plan with me of my Erin Condren because usually by Sunday, I'm not doing a lot of extra shit in my bullet journal or in my planner because it's usually full of church and crap. I just do my planning, and then Mondays is when I plan in my bullet journal and do my setup for that week. So that's kind of what you're going to see, just as a spoiler alert. We'll start with Friday since I don't get all ahead of myself. I already have a hangout today. I don't think we're going to do the Harry Potter skate night tonight because my ankle is still hurting and I still want to make sure that Jesse's not gonna hurl all over everything. I'm gonna leave it for now just in case we do go, but most likely tomorrow I'm gonna be slapping a canceled on there because I don't want to commit us to something that we're gonna hurt ourselves or feel shitty. So I'm gonna grab this green little flag and bust it here with a shopping cart on it. And that is going to stand for going out to the couple of places I need to go today to wrap up some things. I need to go to Napa Valley Art Supply, and I need to go to Target, and I probably also need to go to Michael's. And then there's a meeting today that I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. I might not be. I got a lot to take care of before my kids get back because they're getting back today and I'm still not actually sure what time I'm getting them back. It's a lot easier on the weeks that we have school because they go to school in the morning, they come home after school. But during breaks, it's sort of whenever one of us is ready to, get them. I'm going to use this Bill Do sticker right here. And I am going to use this for car registration. So I remember to pay it online today. Again, it's not due for another couple weeks, but if I pay it online and then I go to get my smog check on Monday, then it'll all be taken care of and I don't have to worry about being late and paying the fucking penalty for being late. Just put film, because that's what I'm doing right now. I could probably put this every day, but I put film and shit. And that kind of covers all of it now, doesn't it? I'm gonna keep these two things right here, like I said, because I don't push them over. What else do I have to get taken care of today? I need to revise my sermon so that it's finished. I put that whiteout. I wonder if this glare works on top of that whiteout from yesterday. We'll try that. Oh no, it's okay, I'm writing slow. Revised sermon that looks kind of like, look at this. Ooh, that looks a little bit whack, but no big. I need to finish wrapping gifts that I have for the kids before they get back. I need to pick up presents for my nieces. You would think 2 weeks after Christmas, and yet I'm still not prepared. What is it that they say, that it's always like you just expand it into whatever time you have allotted? I wrote the sermon already. I'm gonna cross that off. I just need to go through and read it to my husband and see whether or not it's not shitty. Looking at the weekend, I want to make a note here that I want to remember to bring script. I got a couple of these little plan stickers I'm going to slap down in the afternoon because that's generally when I get a second to sit down and plan. And then I also want to get something in here to make a note that on Sunday night we need to be really ready for school, lunches and everything. So I'm gonna put school prep because going back after the break is always so frazzling. That Monday morning is gonna be when I do my Plan As You Go video or my bullet journal video, if I can't even talk, my bullet journal video on Monday, we are gonna be a hot fucking mess. And after church on Sunday, we're probably gonna have to go and pick up shit for lunches, which will probably mean yet another Target run and Trader Joe's. Here it's just family time and good morning time. It's gonna be our Christmas morning, so I think maybe what I'll slap down is a lazy day because that's kind of what it's gonna be, is a lazy day. I'm not gonna get any work done, not gonna do much besides hang out with the fam. I think I'm just gonna let her in family dinner, do a nice dinner. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I gotta figure that out. And I'm just gonna slap this little Rudolph Steve right underneath it, just for the hell of it. That's kind of what my weekend is looking like. This is sort of all over the place, but as I said, it's kind of our family Christmas. So the only thing I have left to really add in are the to-do lists for those 2 days, and I'll do that over the next couple of days. So I'm gonna use this as a reference to get my bullet journal filled in for the day. And we're moving to a fresh page. Forgot to show you. Yesterday, one of the things that I did was I brainstormed my sermon. I think it turned out really pretty. I think I'm going to add a collection in on this page, and it is going to be my Kiritaki Zig Brushables. I do not have the whole set. I have the 12 count, and these pens are awesome because they have their brush on both sides, and each side is a different color, and the colors in each pen are kind of coordinating with each other. Oh, it doesn't bleed. Yay. I'm gonna just go color by color and enter them in the one next to the other. Each color doesn't have a name, it's just the name of the marker. And that's one marker. All right, so I'm just gonna go through and swatch all of these. If you would like to see a video of me reviewing these, because I've been using them for a while, just let me know down in the comments. I'm pretty sure there's at least 12 more pens that I don't have yet, but for now this is my collection of them, and I'm not anticipating buying more yet because I like them, but I already have 11 billion combos, so I don't need necessarily 11 billion of the. I mean, that's not really true, but whatever. I need to add that to my index. I can't freaking think straight. I still need to drink more of my coffee, and I didn't even start December. January. January starts on 116 and Year in Pixels is 115. I'm really terrible at keeping my index updated. Then this is my new spread for bullet journaling, and I think I want to grab this bow washi tape and run that along the top and the bottom. And while I'm doing that, I guess I will answer another one of your questions. So Kelly Drexler asked me, I love me some wine since you live in Napa. Does that make you a big fan of wine? And the answer is kind of yes and no. I love white wine, and not most white wines. Like, I don't like Chardonnay. I'm not a big fan of Pinot Grigio. I like some Sauvignon Blancs. I generally tend to prefer Moscato, Gewürztraminer, Riesling, both sweet and dry. I don't necessarily love all hella sweet wines. I'm not a big fan of ports or shit like that, but I like the light, like florally, fruity, delicious wines are the ones I like. So sometimes when I was working at Trader Joe's, our boss was a big wine connoisseur or whatever. He would judge me so hard because he's like, oh, pink wine came in for Cindy. And I'm like, you know what? My thought on wine is the best wine is the one you like to drink. It doesn't matter how expensive it is or how fancy it is. If you like to drink it, then that's good wine for you. And then kind of related to that, Bruna asked, she said she's moving to Mountain View soon and she wants to know about my experiences living in the Bay Area. She had a couple of other questions about transportation, and I answered those in her comment. I have lived adjacent to the Bay Area my whole life, either right outside of it in Tracy, in the East Bay in Livermore. And now I live in Napa, which is North Bay area. You can find what you want. One of the nice parts about Northern California is that within a relatively small radius, you have farmland, you have city, you have the beach, you have the mountains, you can find pretty much whatever you want and go walk in nature or go hang out in Japantown. There's all sorts of things you can do here. The traffic sucks. The traffic is a fucking nightmare. But other than that, I mean, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of where I live, generally speaking. And do I go to San Francisco a lot? Every couple of months or so. When I was getting dental work done at the college in the city, because, cheaper, I was going at least once a month, if not every couple of weeks. But currently I am maybe just once every few months, depending on if we want to go to Japantown or not. That's generally what we go there for. Now, there are two other questions that I was going to try and answer today, but I'm not going to right now, because I think I'll go into them in my plan with me on Sunday. And that is about my church. I will talk a little bit more about that then, but but I will give you the heads up right now that I am a Unitarian Universalist. So, and I am not a minister. When I give sermons, I do so as a lay leader. I just happen to like giving sermons. And as our minister right now is half time, that means that half of the month needs to be covered. All right, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, I know what things I got from my list. Oh, first, my appointments for today that I've got going on. There's that meeting that I don't know if I'm going to yet, my patron hangout. I get a couple patron posts scheduled, do some laundry, run some errands, wrap my gifts, meal plan, and clean out my fridge. That's kind of what I've got going on today. And then the kids are back later today. So that is sort of what my day is looking like in my bullet journal. Once I get that registration paid, I can check off this, because even though I haven't got my smog check done yet, I actually have scheduled it, so that'll count. And then I'll have taken care of my priorities for the week, and that'll feel fucking sexy, because I did not do that the last few weeks. Actually, I could probably fill my to-do list in for the weekend too, because I'm pretty sure I know kind of what I need to get done. Like Saturday is actually not going to have anything big on my to-do list, because it's a big family day, so it's going to be just hang out. And then on Sunday, I need to pay my pledge. I need to see if I can get a hold of the locksmith. And it's a Sunday, but I might be able to. So it looks like my weekend is pretty much set up, which means I can post a picture of this today on Instagram. I guess my question of the day is sort of out of time for a lot of you who've already celebrated your holidays. But as I have to go and last minute take care of some things, even though I had 2 extra weeks to get ready for my Christmas, are you one of those people who saves up your money and buys your gifts in like September or October? Or are you one of those people who does everything at the last possible fucking minute? Or are you somewhere in between? Let me know down in the comments. It doesn't have to be about Christmas, it can be about any gift giving holiday. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.